Hi guys, this is Karthik Arula. In this video, I'll be discussing coin combination 1. So even though according to CACS, this should be comparatively easier to do, but some find this one harder. So let's solve this. Also guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe the channel. You can pause the video, read the problem statement on your own, and then I will explain it to you in my words. So the problem says that you're given n coins and each coin has some value. So coins of the values C1, C2, C3 and so on till Cn. You have these n coins and the first one has the value C1. You have infinite number of coins having the value C1, infinite number of coins having value C2 and so on till Cn. You want to make this sum x, okay. In this particular example, you are given 3 coins and their values are 2, 3 and 5. You want to make the value 9, so x equals to 9. Now you want to find the number of ways in which you can do this, okay. So number of ways as in how many ways can you take some of these coins, okay, of the values 2, 3 or 5 and make the sum equal to 9. So I'll show you for 9, I'll show you a few of the examples. So for 9, what you can do is you could take 2 plus 2 plus 5, okay, this is one way. And you can also have 2 plus 5 plus 2, this is another way. You could have 5 plus 2 plus 2, and there are a total of 8 ways, so I won't be showing you all of them, but maybe one more. So another way could be 3 plus 3 plus 3, okay. So these are some of the possible ways. I've just shown you 4, but according to CACS there are 8 ways. You can try them out on your own. First of all guys, you can pause the video and try to think of some brute force kind of solution. Moreover, if you want to see all of the 8, they are shown here. Okay, these are the 8 possible ways of making the sum equal to 9 given you are having these coins. Okay, so first of all, think of a brute force solution and then we'll try to optimize it. So let's think that we want to make the sum equals to n. Or okay, let's go with x only. I want to make this sum equal to x. I have some values. I have these coins C1, C2 and so on till Cn. I have these n coins. I want to find the number of ways in which I could make the sum x. Let's take the first coin. Okay, so the first coin, among all the valid ways, I'll be taking in each valid way I will be taking some coins and making my overall sum x. Okay, so let's pick our first coin. Either you are going to pick the first coin to be C1, or you are going to pick the first coin to be C2, or so until you are going to pick the nth coin, right? If you pick this coin C1, then you would like to find out the number of ways to make the sum x minus C1. Whereas if you picked the second coin, okay, having the value C2, then you would like to find out the number of ways to basically make the sums x minus C2, and so on till here. If you pick the nth coin as your first coin, from there you would like to find out in how many ways can you form the sum x minus Cn. Because if there are maybe, let's say there are 10 ways in which you could form this particular sum using these coins, then in all these 10 ways to form this particular sum, you could simply, let's call these way 1, way 2 and so on till way 10. You could simply take another coin Cn, write Cn just before way 1, and this particular way Cn followed by v1 is going to sum up to x, and this is a way to form x. Okay, this is a way to form the overall sum x. So if there are 10 ways to do this, then you could prefix the nth coin, and all these 10 ways are also ways of making the sum equal to x. Okay, so all you need to do is you need to take the coin and try out all the possible coins as your first coin, and then find number of ways to do this, number of ways to do this, and so on till number of ways to do this. Add them all and that is going to be your answer. Okay, so if I go further, to find the number of ways to form the sum x minus C1, I can again use the coin number 1, coin 2 or so on till the nth coin. If I use the coin 1, I would like to make the sum x minus 2C1. If I use the coin C2, I would like to form the sum I would like to find the number of ways in which I could form the sum x minus c1 minus c2. Okay, and let's say there are some 5 number of ways maybe to form this particular sum using my coins. Then in all those 5 ways I could take coin 1 plus coin 2 and plus any of the 5 ways could be followed here to form the sum x minus c1 c2, and then adding c1 and c2 to that will give you an x, and all these 5 ways are also ways of forming sum x. Okay, so hopefully the idea here is clear to you, and I'll be defining what my DP state will be. I recommend you guys to pause the video and think of the DP state, the final answer and your recurrence. So let me define DP of I. The number of ways to form sum x okay. DP of I is the number of ways to form the sum x, sum equal to I, given the coins c1 c2 till cn. Given coins, alright, I'm not going to write it, but it's understood that these are all the given the coins c1 c2 up to so on till cn. What are the number of ways to form the sum equal to I? Now by this definition, what will be your final answer? That is what you have to think. You according to the problem statement, you would like to find the number of ways to form the sum equal to n given your coins c1 c2 so on till cn. So your final answer will be dp of n, right? The number of ways to form the sum equal to n. In fact, it's not n, it is x as in the given question. So number of ways to form the sum equal to x given your coins. Now let's think about the recurrence. So let's try to find what dp of I will be. So as we discussed that to form a particular sum I, I'm going to use either my coin number 1 or coin 2 or so on till the nth coin, right? I'm going to use one of these coins as my first coin in an attempt to form the sum I. So let's say that I use the first coin. Alright, so I used c1. Okay, then I would like to find out the number of ways to form the sum I minus c1, and all those ways could be prefixed with a c1 to form a total sum of I, right? So that means all those ways can be used to form a total I here. So that means my answer is at least dp of I minus c1. Similarly, I could use c2 as my first coin, and all the ways in which I could form the sum I minus c2 can be prefixed by the coin c2, and the overall sum will become I. So on till dp of I minus cn if I use the nth coin, right? If I use the nth coin to be my first coin to form this particular sum, then dp of I minus cn. And that's it. This is your definition for dp, this is your final answer, and this is the recurrence. Now let's evaluate the time and space complexities here. Space complexity is very obvious, it's going to be nothing but big O of x. What about the time complexity? Will it be big O of x? No, it will not be big O of x, because for every particular state I need to look at n number of other states, right? For calculating dpi, I need to know n other states, I minus c1, I minus c2, and so on till I minus cn. So these are n different states, right? So my overall time complexity will be, there are x states, and to evaluate the answer for one state you need big O of n time. So my time complexity will be big O of n into x. This is nearly 10 power 8 operations, so it will work. Now let's move to the coding part. If you'd like to try the code on your own, you can try it and then watch mine. Hopefully you like it. Let's see. So I'll just declare a DP array here, or I should take the inputs first. We have nx and the coins. I think this is the best time to tell you guys to subscribe since I'm coding the input part. So subscribe, like, and let me know in the comments if you like the video. Yeah, so I have taken the input of the coins. Now I want to have a DP array and fill my DP array, and my answer should be at DP of x. So Once I've filled my entire DP array, my answer will be at DP of X. That's obvious. And now I want to fill my DP array. I will be filling DP of I. I goes from 1 till X. And the let's have a base case also, DP of 0. The number of ways to form the total sum 0. So you don't take any coin, and that is one way of forming the sum 0, and that is the only way. You don't take any coins, and that is one way to form a total sum of 0. Now you want to form the sum I, so you will pick coin 1, coin 2 and so on until all the coins and try out the various possibilities. So let's say that I am picking integer coin belonging to V. I'll name this coin value. I'll try out all the coin values that I have as my first coin and try to form the overall sum I. So it's going to be DP of I equal to, here I can declare DP of I equals 0, and DP of I will be plus equal to DP of I minus coin value, right? This is just the recurrence that we discussed. I'm implementing the same. And I think I need to print the number of ways modulo 10.97, as this will be very large. So I will do that as well. So guys, that's it. That's the entire code. One thing that I need to take care of is that I will not take a coin value if it is already greater than the sum I want to make, right? So if I is already greater, if the coin value is greater than the sum I want to make, is greater than I, then you don't do anything, okay? Otherwise you do this. So less than equal to, if coin value is less than equal to this, then DP of I becomes DP of I plus DP of I minus coin value. And yeah, this should hopefully work. I'll try out the sample test case. Alright, we're getting the correct answer. Let me submit it. Oops. Alright, so it got accepted. Hopefully guys this was helpful to you. If you have any doubts, do let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, also let me have some appreciation. I would really like that. Do like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.